Welcome to Di's Home and Garden. Thanks for coming back if you've been here before. And if this is your first time, what we do here is we do some gardening, we do cooking, we do crafts. So today in the kitchen, got my apron on and we're cooking. So today we're going to be making zucchini slice. So I think in some countries it's called courgette, but we call it zucchini. So it's zucchini slice, and the recipe will be in the pinned comments, but just bear in mind that I use that as a guide only. I do vary the quantities depending on how big my zucchini is. I mean, you know, it says 375 grams. Well, if mine's a little bit over that, well, I use it all, doesn't matter. So let's have a look and see what ingredients we're going to be using today. First off, we've got cheese, and I've used a mixture in there. It does say tasty cheese grated, but I had some pizza cheese in the freezer, some grated pizza cheese, so I've got that in there as well, and then on top I've got some tasty cheese. We're going to be using some flour now. I've just left the packet there so you can see that I'm using gluten-free flour. I'm using that because I'm making it for someone who is gluten-free, but just use normal self-raising flour if there's no gluten issues. Okay, we've got our zucchini there. And yeah, it says 375 grams, but there's heaps more in there. So I've adjusted it, the recipe. If I've added so much more zucchini, I've added a bit more cheese and a bit more bacon into the recipe. There's onion in the back. It said 1 large onion. Well, I've got 2 medium ones. 5 eggs and some diced bacon. Now, we're also going to be using some oil, some salt and some pepper. And down the front, I've got my Pyrex dish that I'm going to be putting it into to cook. And I've got my spray oil just there that I'm going to be putting into that Pyrex dish. So come along with me while I make it, and let's see how it's done. This is a really quick and simple recipe. Once you've got all your ingredients ready, it's just a matter of putting them all into the bowl, combining them, and then putting them in the oven. So let's have a look. So first off, we'll put our zucchini in. Add our onion. Our cheese. Our flour. Bacon. Now I need to measure out the oil. How much oil do we need? We need 1/2 cup of oil. So I'll just measure that out. I'm using olive oil here, but you can use any sort of oil. You can use vegetable oil, sunflower oil, canola oil. So that's 1/2 cup of oil. And I just need to beat my eggs before I add them. So we just beat them. Pour that in. We'll add the oil. I'm just adding some salt. And some pepper. And now we're just going to mix all that together. Right, that's thoroughly mixed. That didn't take long. Just going through it again, making sure that that flour is mixed right through. Now the next thing I need to do is to spray my pan. I'm just spraying that with a bit of olive oil. Let me just spread that into the pan evenly, pressing it down just a little bit. And there you have it. So now we're going to put it into the oven, and it will take about 30 to 40 minutes. So I'll come back when it's cooked. And there you have it. Nice and hot, fresh out of the oven and smelling absolutely delicious. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope that that gives you a good idea of something that you can do if you've got a whole lot of zucchinis, especially if you're growing them in the garden. What tends to happen is you just get overloaded with them. Or if your neighbours are growing them, or you get them from a produce swap meet, or even if they're on sale, if they're on special and you get them cheap, that's a good thing to do with zucchinis. And now with that recipe, you can put other vegetables into it. So you can put some corn, some corn kernels. That's very nice. And you can also add some grated carrot if you want to do that as well. So there's some suggestions. Now that does freeze really, really well. So you can freeze it like the whole thing, or you can put it in individual serves, put it in the freezer, and then when you want it, it's a quick thing to just grab. And especially if you're giving it to children for their lunches, you can get it out in the individual serve, put it in the lunchbox while it's frozen, and when they come to eat their lunch at lunchtime, it'll be defrosted and ready for them. So you can eat it hot or cold. It's enjoyable either way. I prefer it cold with a salad, but there you go. Let me know how you like it if you make it and try it. Love to hear your comments. I do read them and I do reply. So thanks once again for watching the video. Have a great day.